Alright, it's 9 o'clock on June the 4th, 2020. Welcome to the weather update, and we're going to start off looking at this derecho here. And I called it a derecho too, because that's exactly what it looked like, because it's a long lived complex of severe thunderstorms that bows. And you can see this view here. This is with the lightning included on goes. So this was yesterday's derecho. Very impressive, to say the least. Very impressive. And this was. This was linked from the Mount Holly office, and I want to show you some pictures from Tom's River of some of the damage. Lots of trees down all over the place. People still waiting to get their power back. Here's another tree that was uprooted. Another one. There are already hundreds of trees, probably thousands of trees that have been uprooted across Tom's River. Poles down, wires down, and we're going to see if we can find some more information here. And a derecho. Let's see if we can find out some more pictures here. See if we can. Let's see. New Jersey derecho. So there's a visual of it. Here's a video of it. Long Beach Island. You can see everything just going crazy. Look at the wind. I mean, you have wind gusts. That's insane. This was a radar loop of the derecho. Let's see if we can get this to play. Let's see, there it goes. Clearly see it. There it goes across the screen. And that thing raced through. So here's some more pictures of what things look like. More trees down across New Jersey, PA. So this is from Radnor, Pennsylvania. And you can see, could just see all the trees just knocked down all over the place. It's pretty crazy. Here's another uprooted tree. Here's another look at the radar from yesterday. That looping right through. Yeah, I like this one. This one's really nice. Let's see if we can get this in a larger. I guess it doesn't want to make it any larger. Let's see. No, it's a little larger. You can clearly see that derecho. So you can take a look at that. So, yeah, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Here's another one, tree down. So it went right through Pennsylvania, all the way through. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy storm from yesterday, that's for sure. So we're going to look at the current conditions outside, and we're going to first start off with the radar, because there are more storms now going in eastern Pennsylvania and moving into New Jersey. Here's another look at the radar. Lots of activity here. In this area here, it looks like throughout, looks like Virginia up through Washington D.C. and then into Pennsylvania. It's pretty strong storms. I think there are some warnings out there with some of these. Special marine warning out for this one that looks like it's moving over toward the Delmarva. So we're gonna have to keep our eye on these storms throughout the night. Looking at the lightning, they are producing a lot of lightning. You can see it looks like Washington D.C. is just getting pounded with lightning right now. And there's a lot of lightning in Pennsylvania too, but in our neck of the woods, once again, fairly quiet, fairly quiet. So let's look at the current conditions across the area today, because it was kind of warm today. We had what's this? Is that a flash flood warning? What is that? Let me go back to the radar. What is that? Move up further. There's some kind of flash flood warning for that area. Yep. Okay. So again, looking at the temperatures in our area, it was kind of warm, especially if you were in Nassau County, and I'm guessing it's because there's more sun in Nassau. Higher clouds now rolling in, and you can see all that thunderstorm activity popping up on the satellite. And we're down now. We're down to the low 70s in the middle of the island, or at least the middle of Nassau. So let's look at Carl Place. Well, in fact, yeah, we can do that. So 73 in Carl Place, 68 in Wantaw, just about 65 right on the South Shore there. City's probably holding on to the heat. Yeah, 76. And we still have some 80s in Jersey there, 80 degrees in Avenel. Let's see Tom's River, 73. Well, Lakehurst is still hanging on to 79. So, idea. And it's humid out there too. We got those dew points up there too as well. Got dew points in the little lower than yesterday, maybe low to mid. So you could see there's a little bit of dry air. It's because you have this front that's literally just washed out over our area. So let's take a look at what the highs were today, because they were a lot higher than I was expecting. A lot higher. So let's go take a look at the high temperatures for today. We'll wait for them to load here for a minute. So, oh yeah, you can see here, you got 86 in Carl Place. Even the South Shore, Seaford got up to 75 or 84. But right on the water, it looks like they were in the mid-70s. So 75 right there, right on the water. 71 at the beaches. And then if you go into Suffolk County, Central Suffolk also got up there. You see some mid-80s over there around Center Reach. You have to go further out east for them to escape the 80s. Still, no, 85 in Mattaville, or it's Eastport, but still, you have to go all the way out to the east end to really get into the 70s. So it was only East End and South Shore that avoided the 80s today. Look at the city here. So we got some 91. Oh, look at that, 91. What is going on here? I'm trying to get that high. Astoria hit 91. What did LaGuardia hit? I think LaGuardia's over here. 88. 88 at LaGuardia. The Park hit 84. Hoboken hit 90. Looks like Newark got up to 90. Yeah, it was even hotter in Jersey, where they got up to 90. Where they got 90. They got around 90 today in Jersey. Toms River, 86 in Toms River downtown. A little cooler along the water there. I guess a little bit of a sea breeze tried to develop east of the Parkway, but west of the Parkway in the heart of the Pine Barrens, you roasted. 90. 93 at Lakehurst. That's what the high was in Lakehurst. Whiting hit 93. 91 was the high at Miller Air Park today. So, wow. 95 at New Gretna. Wow, just blazing in Jersey. Blazing in Jersey. Glad you weren't in Jersey. That is such a hot state. So hot there. Anyway, alright, so we went through the highs. Now we're going to look at the models. And no, I'm not going to talk about crystal ball. Well, maybe I'll talk about it toward the end. Sorry, I just have something to drink with me. Bad allergy day. Anyway, let's take a look and see what's going to be happening. So we're going to go to the upper air pattern here. And this is the 18Z GFS, so we can take a look and see what's going to be happening. See that ridge that we're going to have to deal with. And here comes the trough that's going to bring us relief Sunday into Monday, but then we see another ridge develop again, probably increasing the temperatures to around the 10th or 11th. And then another trough comes in around the middle of June, June 14th or so, which is good. And we're still seeing this troughiness in the east. This is very encouraging to see. They're still seeing this. It means we avoid the worst of the heat, and that's very important because we're still under dictatorial rule by our dictator in New York, as well as the dictator in New Jersey, who does not allow people to sit inside and eat a dinner in a restaurant just because they're dicks. So I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I have another rant video about that coming. Let's look at the euro. And there really is no scientific basis in what they're doing. It's all a power grab now. There's that trough coming in, bringing us relief, but then we get a ridge after that, and then another trough. So, fortunately, no prolonged heat is what this means, and that's very important. So let's go back to the surface here. We'll look at the GFS. So you can see here we have those showers coming through here. This is with the little wave, and then tomorrow we're gonna have chance of showers. And this here is Cristobal right here. So it's just a depression right now, but once it gets back over the water, we'll talk about this more in the next weather update. And we try to dry it out on Saturday, but we still have that cold front to come through. There's Cristobal. This thing could be a hurricane. Time it impacts New Orleans. Looks like it's heading right for New Orleans on this GFS run here. But looking at our weather, we're dry, and then we get on the return side of that ridge again. And what's that over there? dry, and then as we end the next week, it looks like you get that ridge build, the ridge building again, get the humidity, and then another cool, dry air mass comes down, and it seems like we have we don't have a stuck weather pattern. Everything is flowing, which is very good. So you have the cold fronts moving through, and we're not stuck in the heat or in a ridge or in rain for days on end. So that's very good to see. We'll look at our temperature anomaly chart. Like I said, I'll talk more about crystal ball in the next weather update. So you see above normal today, above normal in the east. And it's been very much above normal in the west, too. Flagstaff's been hot, too. It's been hitting the upper 80s in Flagstaff, which is very unusual for them. Although it's dry, it's not humid, it's still hot for them. So above normal tomorrow, still hanging on to above normal temperatures on Saturday, and then we go to average to below normal Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we start warming up around Tuesday again. We start seeing some warmth, but nothing really dramatic. And this is important to note that we're not really seeing anything dramatic as far as warmth goes. And look at that, a big plunge there coming. So thank gosh it's staying cool. Thank gosh it's staying cool. So let's take a closer look at our region here, and we're going to shift over to the NAM 12 kilometer and take a look at our precipitation chances. As we head into, so this is the area that's right now over Pennsylvania. The question is, will it hold together? Now the NAM seems to think that it will, and we'll get slammed after midnight with looks like a heavy cell over here. Whether that'll be a severe or just a lot of rain, kind of hard to tell at this point. That moves on, and then for tomorrow we have more chances of rain in the late afternoon, early evening hours. It looks like more chances of rain and possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms. Again, this is a lower resolution 12 km NAM, which really I shouldn't be using. I need to be using something higher resolution, because when you're dealing with thunderstorms, you really need the highest resolution you can get. So you can see what happens right after midnight. You can see that line moves through, and it looks like it loses some steam. But then we have to worry about next showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, and this is tomorrow. See, when I take it to the 3 kilometer, you could see it. It's much more defined. You could see that the rain is scattered in nature. Scattered thunderstorms again developing tomorrow afternoon into the evening, and this is with the first part of that cold front. And then we have another part of that cold front that might trigger some more thunderstorms. And I think there's more of a potential with this line on Saturday, and I'm going to explain to you why when we look at the temperatures. Let me go look at the HRRR as well. It's also a higher resolution model, so I prefer to use this. So here we go. So that complex will reach here probably sometime after midnight. Probably just be a lot of downpours. I don't think there'll be anything severe, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. If it is severe, of course, I'll make another update about it. Let me go to the NAM. Yeah, let me go to the NAM 12 kilometer again, and we're going to look at the temperatures. In fact, you know what? Let's just use. Yeah, well, I need the 12 kilometer because it goes further out. Okay, so we're going to look at tomorrow's temperatures now on the NAM. And it looks like it has most of the heat in New Jersey and not as hot on Long Island, which would again favor more convective activity. But the problem is on Saturday we get more of a westerly flow, but the NAM doesn't seem to bring us that high with the temperatures. But NAM has a tendency to underdo the temperatures. That's why I don't usually use the NAM for temperature. So let's look at the GFS. Here is the GFS. Yeah, it doesn't really have it that hot over the island, so it does seem like it has a strong sea breeze perhaps saving us, but we're not going to see that on Saturday. I'm going to get it well into the mid-80s with more of a westerly flow. It's going to be pretty bad, and that may be the day I defy the governor's order. I haven't done it yet, but I'm very close to doing it. Sunday we cool off, mid-70s, and then mid-80s, so we won't have to worry about dealing with too much heat until we get to Wednesday, Tuesday, once again, you start seeing some warmer conditions. But nothing too outrageous. Upper 70s, nothing too outrageous. So I guess we'll go ahead and look at the dew points now, and we'll see how the GFS does with dew points for tomorrow. So you can see that drier air that tried to get in here today, but really didn't get in here. Tomorrow, the humidity comes back in full force. But if you look at the wind barbs, you'll see it's a pretty strong south-southwesterly wind. So it should keep Long Island cooler with the sea breeze, but it will be humid. Dew points in the upper 60s, and then for your Saturday, you got more of that west-southwest flow and just slightly lower dew points. And that west-southwest flow is going to kill us. Hopefully there'll be a sea breeze on the south shore, I hope. But you can see here comes the real cold front. Here comes the dry air. Nice low dew points in the 40s for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, still dry. Wednesday was still dry, and we're not really dealing with humidity until Thursday. This really looks quite unusual here with that quite an unusual setup there. And then it dries out again by the middle of June. So we just got a rough couple of days. Well, I think Saturday will be the most brutal day that we're going to have to deal with as far as the heat goes. I'll go ahead and look at the sky cover as well. So obviously we're going to have plenty of clouds around tomorrow, and that might also save us. But Saturday we're going to have a lot of sun. So that's going to help get us up there into the heat. And then, like I said, there may be some scattered. I'll have to look at the SPC. Sunday looks absolutely beautiful. Mostly sunny skies. Comfortable conditions. Monday, maybe a few more clouds. But looking good for next week. So really looks great for next week. We're going to have some great weather. So I'm really very happy about this. We need some great weather so we can get back outside because it's the only place it seems like we're allowed. I'm not going to look at the NAM with the sky cover. We'll move this over to windy.com. So let's go to windy.com here, and we're going to look at the winds tomorrow because this will tell us the story as to how hot it's going to get. So you can see you have that south. If we go to wind gusts here, it'll show you the stronger south wind. It won't be that windy, but there'll be a south wind, so that'll keep us cooler. But when we go to when we go to Saturday, you'll see that we have a west wind, and that's going to be a lot worse. Again, just allergies. You know, we haven't had much rain lately. I'm hoping we're going to get some rain. Oh, that's what I meant to check. I'm always forgetting something. Let's take a look at the total accumulated precip and see how much rain the GFS thinks we're going to get. So it thinks we'll get another inch of rain, which we could definitely use. What about the NAM 12 kilometer? Almost forgot about that. Oh yeah, so wherever these thunderstorms hit, it could be a lot of rain. Now, let's see, when is it bringing that heavy rain? It's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's thunderstorms. So some areas could see over 2 inches of rain, and hopefully maybe that bullseye will be over Long Island because it's been very dry here lately, and it makes for a lot of pollen in the air, which is why I'm sneezing. And a lot of pollutants. It's not getting washed away. I've had a few showers here in Mineola, but no really good downpours. You can see that westerly wind, and that's what's going to kill us. Because if you go look at the temperature on Saturday, you'll see temperatures. Well, this is the Euro, so it seems like it has temperatures in the low 80s, but it has them on the low 80s on the South Shore too. So we look at Friday around 3 p.m. You will see it's a lot cooler on the island because of the south winds, so we'll only be in the 70s. Jersey will probably still have to deal with the 80s. Let me just look at the cloud forecast. This kind of just shows you maybe where the thunderstorms will pop up here for tomorrow. A little bit. It looks like the activity stays to our northwest, and it doesn't come in until later. And that's the first part of the front, but there's still like a little bit of there may be a little something develop, a little bit of instability behind the front. But I think by the evening the temperature should drop, hopefully, into the 70s. Has it down to the 70s at 8 o'clock, so hopefully we'll see that drop on Saturday. Okay, now SPC, Storm Prediction Center. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about Cristobal in this update because there's just too many other things to talk about. Cristobal isn't really much of anything right now. It's just a rainmaker. Once it gets back over the water, then it'll be a little more interesting. So you can see today's, we're on the edge of a marginal. Let's look at day 2. Convective outlook. So here's the day 2 convective outlook, and this is for tomorrow. And still only marginal risks over southeast PA. Those people have been getting hit every single day with it. And for Saturday, nothing. So the enhanced risk then moves to the upper Midwest. So we'll see if there's any severe weather. I'll keep you posted. But right now, We just got to watch the heat. It's going to be uncomfortable. Tomorrow won't be too bad. It's Saturday I'm worried about with that lag. It could be pretty hot. But after that, I think we'll have smooth sailing for a while, thank God. At least Mother Nature is cooperating when the government will not cooperate. Anyway, take care. Thank you for watching.